Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Art House. Trying things a little different today. We're gonna do a full cam. It's a little weird, but it's my channel. I can do whatever I want. But seriously, there's a lot of information that's shared on the Discord, right? And not everybody's on Discord. Some people are in the Facebook group. Some people are only on YouTube. So sometimes the communications die on the vine. There's things that are said on Discord. They're not always published to the Kickstarter page and these other forums. People are all over the place. So I thought it might be helpful to kind of go into the Discord, the official Sorcery Discord, and kind of see some of the comments that have been made by the company team recently to try to get people up to speed with what we know about the production cycle, just some general other developments. People are also not on the Facebook group, right? So I'm just going to cover a few things here, right? So there was a video back on February 19th, and I think I actually published this on the YouTube channel. You can go and look for that. But Eric published this awesome video from the Chinese factory where they're doing the printing, and he showed a bunch of art proof cards. And those art proof cards are square cut, like old school beta MTG art proof cards, right? So that's kind of like a homage and a throwback to MTG. And he's saying that there was another, I guess, some pictures that surfaced recently from a couple of folks that visited his office, and there was images showing that he has the art proofs in hand now in New Zealand, where his office is, right? And per the artist contracts, there's 25 art proofs per artist. So it's a fairly small amount. I mean, a lot of games do 50 copies. I think Magic the Gathering typically does 50 copies. So 25 is pretty scarce. They're probably going to be pretty valuable and hard to come by. But nevertheless, I just kind of wanted to talk about that, say that those art proofs are printed, they're in hand, they may be getting to artists soon, maybe not, we'll see on the timing. He was a little non-committal on that. But he talks about how the APs have a square cut, which was shown in the video, and he kind of funnily, in a funny way, said that the video showed only the exceptional rarity cards in that little snippet because he didn't want to spoil any of the other rarities. So I kind of busted his chops a little bit and said like, so you're telling us that the 35 cards that are not announced are uniques or elites, right? So he kind of joked like, I guess I can't say anything on in the Discord. So I'm taking a risk here too, reading some of his comments. Hopefully this doesn't shut him down. But then like a few days later, so let's see. A few days later, there was some other things going on. There was this video. You can go to Eighth Place Dave is another YouTube channel, and he does kind of like these comedic shorts, I guess you would call it. Not quite shorts in the sense of less than a minute, but they're usually like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Covers a lot of Magic the Gathering. So Eric sent him an alpha pre-con set, and he did two videos. He did an opening reveal of those, and he did like this little comedic sketch type thing. But it's cool because you could go see the product from alpha. Just seeing it on camera, it's hard to tell, but I'm sure that the quality is vastly improved from the sample cards. I mean, the sample card quality was great as well, but Team Covenant also did an opening, and in their comments, they said that the actual alpha prints that they get from the pre-con decks, and then ultimately they'll be the same for the boosters quality-wise. Cut-wise, all those types of things are definitely a notch above the sample cards, as you would expect, because samples are test print cards, right? So that's getting exciting. It's getting pretty close. He goes on to say people were asking about where they are with printing and packaging. So back on February 22nd, he said that packs packed. So there was a prior announcement that everything was printed and cut, right? So now they are packaging the packs, assembling the booster boxes, getting things packaged up and ready to ship. So on February 22nd, he estimated that packs packed would be around 70%, but he didn't have an exact number from the factory at that time, right? So as of like a little over a week ago, almost 2 weeks ago, there's that 70% packaged. So things are getting very close. And he went on to say, when was this? On February 23rd, he says, as I just mentioned in the Kickstarter comment, booster boxes will likely start to be packed on March 4th and is estimated to be completed in 5 days, right? So March 4th is when he expects all the packaging to be done. 5 more days to complete that, puts you at March 9th. And then I guess you got to assume it's off to shipping, right? And they're using ShipQuest, I believe, as a fulfillment partner. So it's got to get shipped off to them, disseminated all over the world. This was an international Kickstarter, so these things are going everywhere. I think he made a comment here on the timeline. Now, I'm not seeing that at the moment, but at some point there was some commentary, maybe from others in Discord and perhaps from Eric himself, that the timeline for fulfillment and delivery for shipping, getting through customs, all those logistics, there's a little uncertainty in that, right? So if everything's done by March 9th, some people were speculating that maybe it takes a month plus to start getting it through customs and whatnot, and then start sending off to people. So it seems that they might be pretty challenged to get it done by the end of Q1, which was the target, end of March, and that could potentially bleed into April. Hopefully we'll have it in April. Some people are speculating and guessing maybe May, but again, it's hard with timelines, getting through customs, getting to different hubs throughout the world and out to people ultimately. There's a lot of uncertainty in that timeline. So I think that's probably why we're not getting firm dates just yet. The other thing I wanted to cover was the Team Covenant exclusive pre-order that's being offered right now. So for those that don't know, Team Covenant is a major retailer based in Tulsa. I think they're in Tulsa, I want to say. And they're a pretty sizable operation. They carry a lot of indie games. I just did a live with Zach, who is one of the co-owners or founders of Team Covenant. And it was a really interesting discussion. He had a lot of interesting insights about how retailers operate, how Kickstarters work, the timing of when retailers start getting information to promote the product and start getting promotional materials and word from distribution and whatnot, right? So a lot of insight that helped, at least in my mind, understand perhaps why we don't know more about beta just yet. So for beta, they're running an exclusive pre-order through Team Covenant from now through, I want to say it's the end of March. Started in February, so it goes through March. And then Eric has made comments that there will be other traditional means of distribution through, we presume, major distribution channels. So we expect that could be through some of the distribution hubs in the U.S., maybe a European hub, because that was a concern. Some of the folks having to order from a U.S. store incur significant cost for shipping costs for one, and then VAT, or value-added tax, basically import tax into their respective country in Europe. So they're looking for a local European traditional distributor, and it sounds like that will likely be offered. And I think Team Covenant also had mentioned that they expect that after the pre-order window closes for them, it will be opened up to other distributors. So a lot of retailers are anxious. A lot of customers are anxious. I think it's just a matter of timing. I mean, the team is fully focused on alpha fulfillment, as I think they should be. This exclusive pre-order has caused a lot of angst and mixed feelings from other retailers and from customers, because there's a lot of uncertainty of when they're going to get this beta product, how much they'll be able to get, will they be able to carry it in their stores, will they be given promotional materials to help sell the game. And I think that is the intent of beta. For alpha, that was the Kickstarter campaign. So all of that product has been sold. They're trying to get that through fulfillment, get that out to people that backed at Kickstarter stage, roughly a year ago, back in March of 2022. And then this beta is designed, per the team's comments, as kind of like a pilot or, test window to gauge demand for a broader beta release. All right. So that's why it's exclusive to Team Covenant, that and other reasons, perhaps. I mean, they were early adopters of the game, very strong supporters of the game. So they did this deal with Eric. I don't know what side initiated it, but it is what it is. It's being offered. And some of the benefits there is that it's basically printed demand. They're guaranteeing fulfillment of that. It's at $150 price point, which some folks believe is high. That's what MSRP is what they're saying. And it comes with an exclusive promo card. So you're guaranteed to get what you order, and you get that exclusive Team Covenant promo card, which isn't a Team Covenant card. It's a Sorcery card with amazing artwork by Brian Smith, if I might say so myself. All right, so that's what they offer. That's some of the value proposition of their offering. But and then you're going to see more retailers get it at some point. We don't know when, but presumably when there's more market competition, typically prices come down a bit, but you're gambling with the uncertainty of, if you want to place a large order, will your LGS or your go-to online retailer have enough allocation to fill that order? That's, the decision that the customer's got to grapple with, right? So, some of the stores on the Facebook, there's a bunch of retailers on there, which is cool. I appreciate you guys participating in the community. There seemed to be a lot of mixed information. I was even hearing things from major Magic stores that they didn't know that Rudy from Alpha Investments had backed this project in Kickstarter. So there's a lot of mixed information. So I'm trying to help and get out there what I know. And that was one aspect. There's a lot of, again, angst from them on when are they going to be able to carry beta. We don't know those details yet. And just my personal opinion on that, I think it's the focus is just on alpha right now. And then they got to get through this pilot with Team Covenant. It sounds like they're talking to major distribution partners to whatever they're talking about to get it coordinated and maybe work out timelines. I don't know. But that information will be coming on beta, I am certain, and that'll be the broader push for stores to carry it, be ambassadors of the game, promote it, push it to their local markets, which is great, and give us more choice as buyers of where we want to buy for and, whatever our motives are, be it lowest price or guaranteed allocation or exclusive promo cards, whatever. There was also a video from Rudy from Alpha Investments just yesterday, I believe, where he said he will also be selling a beta kit of some kind, I believe, and he'll have an exclusive promo as well. So you got to be part of the Alpha Investments Patreon to access that. But that's another mechanism. But even beyond that, we'll see it in other stores. And I think it's just a matter of being patient. A lot of people are getting frustrated. We've been waiting a long time, but it is what it is. The team's just not ready to make the announcement. Maybe the timelines aren't firm. Maybe the logistics aren't firm just yet for beta, that is. So we just got to get through alpha first, then see what happens with beta, and then that'll be our opportunity. And hopefully a lot of stores support. Hopefully they're afforded that support from Eric's Curiosa to kind of get it out there. I know there was an innkeeper tier in the Kickstarter that included some promo cards. There's 24 of these champion promo cards from Vincent Pompetti. That is a really awesome promo. I think it's in foil. I mean, we saw that in one of the teaser videos and it looked incredible. So they get that. They get some posters to hang in their store that looks great. I remember Mask of Mayhem by Dan Seagrave was in there. Ancient Dragon from Lindsay Crumet. Screaming Skull from Melissa Benson. I get excited just thinking about it. So those were 3. There were 4, man. I'm blanking on what the fourth is, but they were all like really awesome. Those are going to look really cool in the store. And they got a few cases and things like that, so maybe some play mats as well. But, that's coming. That's going to be alpha. Some stores will have it. I think there was like 100 somewhere, let's call it like 130, 150 stores that backed for alpha. So they'll carry some of that, and then they'll be afforded the opportunity for beta. And we just got to wait to get those distribution details and the timing details. But what we know about beta is that it's largely supposed to be a reprint of alpha and kind of like an extension of alpha in a way to address the incremental demand since Kickstarter. A lot of people missed on the Kickstarter and weren't aware of this game. It's still very early days. Still like a lot of people have not heard about it at all. So it's kind of tricky, like guessing on the demand for that. And when I talked to Zach about Team Covenant, he made some good points, like speculators or, market constituents of all kinds have mixed opinions on print supply, print runs, print size, right? Some of the investors want it to be low printed, so it's very valuable. The players want it to be higher printed, so it's readily available at cheaper prices. So it's a fine line. You got to balance both. But when you have 1-year increments of release, you really need to be careful not to underprint, because you need to make this product available to players affordably. Because you want people to have a low barrier of entry to try the game. So I think it's important to hit the mark on beta, try to strike that balance as best as possible, but be careful not to underprint, because that is going to be a little more designed for the player and collectors that missed on alpha, right? The game's got a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement. Alpha could be expensive on the secondary market. Beta is the opportunity to address an incremental market and people that maybe want to buy more that backed at alpha and just want to have more product at a lower price point. So it's going to be largely the same. And I think it's going to have different avatars of some kind. So we believe the elemental avatars will be retired and there will be new avatar art. I forget if it was said if they will be functionally equivalent, meaning like the same game mechanic, or if that will change as well. But we know that the elemental avatar art by Severin, the artist, will be alpha exclusive. So that's a cool nuance. Other than that, Eric said very minor changes, maybe corrections to text or anything like that that they might find. But otherwise, a reprint of sorts or an incremental print of alpha. All right. So I guess that's the key themes and topics I want to hit today. Let me know if you guys like this format. It might be a little rambly, but a few nuggets from Discord that I thought were important, and from other talks across the community and the company and whatnot that I thought might reach a broader audience through YouTube. So hopefully you guys find that helpful. And always appreciate your interest. Please like and subscribe and share with your community of friends, and let's try to grow the network and get the word out on sorcery. All right, guys, take care.